system. And here on the main stage, hello Oriol,
Hello,
Jan,
good morning.
how are you guys?
Hello.
Morning.
Hello, Oriol.
Oh, sorry. Hello, Agustin, as well. I had a
Hello.
I had a little window on top of you. I couldn't see you. Good morning.
Hello, nice to meet you.
I leave the stage to you to tell us about your factory transformation at Viscofan in the Czech Republic. Thank you very much. I'll see you in half an hour.
Thank you, Roberto. See you, and nice camp that you have here. Nice one.
Thank you.
I like that one, eh?
Yeah. Now in the next session, we're going to share one transformation, a story of a transformation. But it's not an unusual transformation, it's a manufacturing transformation. And you know that usually manufacturing transformations are different from the other, because manufacturing are quite, let's say, streamlined. They are quite efficient. They have a lot of KPIs. There is a lot of standards for the nature of the transformation of the manufacturing that they do. So to do a lean transformation in a factory is not easy. So what is interesting is how they do this transformation. This is why we have today with us Jan, that Jan is, let's say, the engine that makes this movement. Jan is in the Czech Republic in the factory, as well as Agustin. Agustin is the manager of the main part of the operations that has been changing, that has been doing this lean transformation. That is, it's not a transformation at the end. It's an evolution, because manufacturing always is in constant evolution. This project started 2 years ago with a strange call saying, "Hey, Oriol," from two guys from Pamplona, "can you help us with a small project?" Yes, but just one meeting. 2 years after, almost 2 lean days, 1 year of transformation, tens of standards, thousands of boards everywhere, and something magic happened in the Czech Republic. But I'm not the one that is going to explain this. Even it's not Agustin and Jan the ones that it's going to share this. It's going to be the real people. We try to force the real people to explain this transformation. So Agustin, Jan, thank you very much. And also I'm very happy to meet you on the last year. Have been very funny to make all these experiments in your factory. And now also I want to thank you for your time and for your effort and your patience with me. So let's go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Oriol, and good morning to everyone. So as Oriol said, we will try to share our experience from the last, I don't know, year and a half. Yes. And the main objective is to share all the experiences or the practical things that we have sometimes enjoyed and sometimes suffered. The road we traveled. It is a good path, and we believe in that change, and we like the change. So let's start. I hope you can see our presentation. And firstly, again, good morning. My name is Jan Marek. I'm a operational excellence manager here in the Viscofan plant in CZ, and my colleague.
I am Agustin Torres, the plastic operations manager responsible for plastic production in this site.
So a little bit introduction, who is or who we are. We are casings manufacturers or producers. Mainly our customers are sitting in the meat industry. And we are one of the biggest producers of artificial casings in four production groups: cellulose, collagen, fibers, and plastics. We are more than 5,000 employees, so quite a big company, and we have more than 20 facilities in the world. And but the project is focused just on one plant here in Czech Republic, where we are 600 people, and we are quite strategic plant. So we are serving to more than 100 countries. one of the most important ones inside the group. And yeah, we have concerned our project just in the plastic business, means the whole production chain and supply chain in the CZ plant, because here we have the complete supply chain from purchasing, planning, production, till the expedition to our customers. And the project started, yes, 2 years ago. Once we got the feedback from sales that we can sell more, we can grow in the volume, but we are, let's say, seeing the lack of competitiveness, lack of flexibility, that we are, we like big orders, and also we have issues with the costs. So in 2022 we started with a first analysis of the problems and so we did a lot of sessions, and you can see that we have done the value stream mapping, and already showing us that there are a lot of things where we can really improve. And after also the visit of Oriol, first visit of Oriol in 2022, it was okay, guys, but let's start with cultural change, because I see a lot of things that can be improved in terms of standardization and stabilization of the processes. And let's start with the basics to build the house really from the bottom, and the strong basement. And here we will share the first colleague that he will share why the cultural change and why the change was needed, and what is the impact in his real working day. So let's share the video from the first colleague.
Dobrý den, jmenuji se Jan Mondek a ve firmě Viscofan CZ pracuji na pozici technokonvertingu. Naši lean transformaci jsme započali na konci roku 2022 a zaměřili jsme se na zlepšování procesu výroby plastiku. Ta zahrnuje jeho extruzi, tedy vytlačení materiálu přes matrici, až následně po jeho finální zpracování na hotový výrobek. Chtěli jsme změnit naši kulturu myšlení z nejde na pojďme vyřešit, nebo ještě lépe pojďme tomu předejít. V tomto ohledu je pro nás lean transformace příjemnou a motivující změnou. Zároveň víme, že to je nekončící cesta, která vyžaduje spolupráci celého našeho týmu i celé naší organizace.
Okay. Why Jan summarizes why we wanted to do. Basically, it's not a project, it's a long-term transformation. We are focusing on a cultural change, the way we do things. It's a change in habits, in the way we work, in the way we approach the problems. And this is a complete change of the previous way we worked. For that, it's fundamental to have the top management support, that our directors and stakeholders show not only to us, but to the people, that they are committed and they are involved in this change. If not, it's not viable. And to develop this work, we had the cooperation of the local team. Jan, I, and Jan Mondek, as you saw him, are part of them, with the corporate people who are supporting us from the headquarters in Spain, and from people like Oriol, who are showing us the way how to approach this route, this transformation.
I would express this is really, if you want to start with a transformation, the key is really the support from a plant manager or from CEO or whoever, but the stakeholders are the key. They need to see changes. Of course, they are also eager to see it. But what we did, and I think this is one of the successful stories here, is that we were able to introduce the project to them and to explain the importance. And they are really supporting. They are, let's say, adding the value, because they are present, and this is a key. So I really appreciate also this, and yes, we are ready for more changes in the next year. And
The first change started by, instead of reacting to problems, try to prevent them. We created the boards for planning small PDCA's activities where, based on the problems we detect or we believe are going to happen during the day, we create the routine of making a plan, acting, checking, and deciding whether the solution was okay or not. The first following on this overall change, the main or the most important part is to convince our people that hiding problems are not going to bring us to the future. Important is to put the problems on the table. There will be no punishment for bringing a problem. Actually, they are welcome. This is the most important part of all this. Then the routine is relatively easy to implement. Then also we work on shop floor management. Every area, printing, shearing, and extrusion, they have a regular daily production meeting in which is involved maintenance, R&D, planning, quality, and all the group to predict what will happen in the day and to take actions to be sure that the goals we're setting for the day are going to be reachable. In the hosting table, simply we put some standards, some KPIs that will allow us to measure the progress that we're having. The problems, we can even solve it real quickly by a PDCA, if it's an easy problem, or by doing an A3, in which we approach the problem in a more scientific way, finding a root cause and finding the problem and solution. That's the way we work.
If I can jump on just for a moment,
sure.
just two things. Jan, I'm trying to solve, but there is a black square on the right part of the presentation. And I'm trying to solve, but maybe you can help also to solve that. And on the other side, it's a manufacturing side. So there is full of standards, KPIs, but usually the problem is that most of the problems that we have, we think that they are normal, they are okay. As Agustin was saying, they are not only hiding, but they are planned. Okay, so in the plan, we plan that we are going to lose this 20%, 25% of production, of productivity based on all these problems. And so that means that PCL plans with this data. The first thing is to don't hide, to every single problem to do it, to put it on the surface. This is why in manufacturing, in my point of view, is recommend to start with these boards, trying to highlight everything that is happening. And the way to do that, okay, after is to work on this, let's say, lost time management, and then solving problems. So you need to make all the PDCA almost at the same time, as Agustin was saying. It's quite a big work because it's a big change at the same time. But if you put the boards, but you don't make a problem-solving method, then it's frustration. If you make a problem-solving without KPIs, people get lost. And then why we have to make these offers? And if we have KPIs, but we don't have a place to collect these KPIs, that means the board, then it's unuseful. So it's a bit work, but all the PDCA have to be done at the same time. And this is a big effort, not only for Agustin and Jan, but for all the people that are there.
It's very good that you mentioned that, because what I wanted to add is this daily meeting is it's a one communication place for everyone. So nowadays, I really appreciate the work that we have done together. We suffered a lot because it was, it took us 6 months to stabilize the boards and the flow of the meeting and what has to be done. And I would say nowadays we don't imagine to manage the production in different way. Yeah, we are working really online with the daily issues, problems, and talking about the problems. Try to prevent if possible, and to foresee the problems. And what I see that our colleagues are really appreciating that opportunity to bring the issues or to raise ideas, what can be improved, and this is discussed during these boards or the daily meeting. So this is something I would say, a fundamental if you want to start a transformation in manufacturing business, because Viscofan company is quite successful company, and everybody before starting this was convinced that we are doing the things pretty well. But nowadays we see that we can even improve a lot more, and this is really good. Okay, here is a comment from one guy from production commenting the production.
Lean je pro nás nástrojem neustálého zlepšování procesů a posouvání se kupředu. Na našem oddělení jsme začali Lean praktikovat zavedením pravidelného denního plánování a vyhodnocování výroby takzvaně u tabule. Meetingy pořádáme každý den v 10 hodin od dopoledne, kdy se odpovědní pracovníci sejdou u plánovací tabule, vyhodnocují se výsledky předchozího dne a zároveň se plánuje dnešní výroba. Meeting má být krátký a efektivní a je tedy nutné, aby se na ní každý předem připravil. Scházejí se zde vedoucí směny kvality, údržby, výroby a také technolog výroby. Smyslem této tabule a celého meetingu je získat informace o procesu, co se stalo v průběhu předchozího dne a zajistit, aby se případné problémy neopakovaly.
Okay, you want to add?
The most important part of the table is at the end of it, check how good we did the previous day, how good were our predictions of what we are supposed to do. And whenever there is a deviation, either for good or for bad, if we produce more than we expected or less than we expected, we need to understand why, in order to improve and correct the problems. This is a key part, and people need to bring, as Pavel was saying in the presentation, people need to be ready and bring their analysis to the table to implement the solutions.
Okay, and we spoke about the Hoshin, so which are we've placed on the boards the KPIs that are important also for our stakeholders or for our managers. The KPI is important for the plant, and here is a very first draft. Now it looks different, so we are constantly changing, and safety, quality, delivery, cost, and people. And once there is one KPI not okay or not achieving the results, we open NA3. So also here we will speak about one thing. Once we do the check of the previous day, we evaluate the production data, and we are analyzing why we have not achieved or where we have lost the productive hours. And this is our lost time management. Very important thing to have the track where we can improve. It means categorization of the problems and how many hours we have lost in which issue. And this is a key to set up or to start a new action plan or project regarding problems. Here's the next video.
I'd like to comment before that.
Okay.
I'd like to comment that important here is that every day a multitude of problems will appear. As you can see in the top part of the figure, there are many issues reason. Important is to pick the most complicated one, the one that is giving you more problems, focus on that, solve it, and move to the next one. So this is approach to not to be overloaded by the problems.
And here again, another colleague talking about lost time management.
Součástí našeho denního vyhodnocení je i takzvaný lost time management, tedy vyhodnocení ztrátového času. Data o výrobním a ztrátovém čase shromažďujeme a následně rozdělujeme do několika kategorií, jako jsou výrobní čas, přestavba, kvalita, porucha nebo chybějící operátor. Snažíme se každou naší směnu dopředu naplánovat a identifikovat tak možný ztrátový čas a na konci směny vyhodnocujeme naší přesnost. Díky tomu plánujeme průběh naší směny co nejpřesněji a dokážeme dopředu identifikovat možné ztrátové časy a soustředit se nadále na jejich odstranění. Před zavedením Lean Daily Managementu jsme se scházeli 2krát týdně. Dříve se tedy spousta informací a dat prostě ztratila, zapomněla a dále už se neřešila. Výhodou tedy současného nastavení je, že máme denně k dispozici aktuální informace, které shromažďujeme na jednom místě. Díky lost time managementu jsme podchytili všechny výrobní hodiny a také zaznamenáváme všechny naše ztrátové hodiny a následně je řešíme.
Okay. After check your results is the problem solving. What we have done, we have two types of let's say improvements. First one is we call it quick projects or quick kaizens, which is we have a special board where every operator can raise a problem. So he put it there as a problem, and if we are able to solve it inside 1 week, we put it there and we track it. This is mainly very fast actions, but this is helping you to improve the commitment of your employees.
Also important is that sometimes it's not a problem. Sometimes our employees bring an idea to implement some improvement they suggest. So as Jan says, it's a good opportunity to tell them that everybody has to be involved into this project.
And once the problem is more complex, and we have found a lot of long-term projects in the past year, so we started to apply the A3 policy, or we solve the problems or the complex problems with an A3 report, which is basically a teamwork. Needs to be solved within 10 weeks, and it's a systematic. Now our colleague will talk about the A3 and what is the.
Problémy, které vyplynou z denního meetingu, se zapisují do takzvaného Pareta. Problémy kategorizujeme do různých skupin, například problémy kvality, údržby, poruchy stroje a tak dále. Nejzávažnější a často opakující se problémy pak řešíme formou A3 reportu. Tento nástroj řešení problémů používáme pouze papír velikosti A3, na kterém se postupně zapisuje, jak daný problém řešíme v průběhu času, provedeme analýzu, najdeme kořenové příčiny a následně zavádíme korektivní opatření.
Okay, a lot of A3s they let us that and we also knew it from Oriol. Let us that the creation of standards is a key when we want to continue with this transformation, and standards is really a key. So we are now in this phase since summer, so we are working on standards, and we see it as a pillar for our transformation. Also is needed once you want to improve your operations, and we need to finish nowadays the standards as fast as we can, because the next year we have planned to improve, for example, our changeovers in terms of times. And what was quite difficult was to find a way of the structure. We have been changing it, I think, 3 times. The final structure that has been created is on the top level. We have a SOP, which is describing the whole process, and there is written also the complete time of the operation. And then one layer below is SOS, standard operational sheets, where we already describe the process steps for the operations. And here, one point, we are connecting this, for example, with healthy or injuries risks, or with safety risks. And once this operation is critical, for example, for quality or the behavior of the line, we implement a 3rd layer, which is a job instruction. And in the very beginning, we thought this will be easy, but our experience is this needs and takes a lot of time, and we must be patient, and it's really go through with the operators, because firstly you need to define the standards, then somebody has to approve it, then you have the people training. So we are operating in 24/7 operations, which is our 4 shifts. And yeah, once you implement the standard, then you also have to measure and repeat the measurements to confirm that the standard is working. And you want to add?
Yes, this my comment to all of you listening is that this part takes a long time. So don't be afraid that you are getting behind, because standards are key for improvement. But you need first have everybody working the same all the time. If not, any improvement will not work, because everybody need to understand how the improvement is going to be made, and for that they need to know the standard.
Okay, and one colleague talking about the standards.
V rámci Lean transformace jsme také zavedli postupnou standardizaci procesů. To znamená, že vytváříme postupy jednotlivých pracovních operací a snažíme se odstranit plýtvání a najít nejefektivnější způsob jejich provedení. Po dokončení standardizace všech procesů budeme usilovat o jejich neustálé zlepšování. Standardizace nám zároveň umožní rychleji zaškolovat nové pracovníky. Zajišťuje konzistenci a efektivitu výrobního procesu a hraje tak v Lean transformaci zásadní roli. Ve zkratce, standardizace snižuje prostoje, zvyšuje produktivitu a zjednodušuje začleňování nových členů týmu.
Okay, and maybe my part at the end, we wanted to bring you all these tools or changes wouldn't have with the support, and of course we have been talking about before about the support from the management, but we have also invested a lot of money and time in trainings, and this is the key. We have enjoyed a lot of workshops, training sessions with our consultants, and it's also good. These trainings are supporting the cultural change, and it's helping to, or it helped also to me to enjoy the daily work with the people, listening also their ideas, how we could change the processes, what we can improve. And nowadays, this is one of our biggest motivation when we see that the people are really committed, and that we will have visit of Oriol in 3 weeks, and everybody is looking forward.
Please visit.
What will be the next change? And summarizing this, the trainings and the people evolution or support for people education is a key. So for the next year we have planned already another trainings, another sessions, and this is once you want to start the transformation, is one of the pillars of this change or this transformation.
Okay, let's summarize, because also there is some questions from the audience. So if you remember, the main goal is to achieve new customers. Achieve new customers means to make different lot sizes, smaller lot size, and better lead time. But to do that, we need a different planning. But to do the different planning, we have to trust in what we are producing. And to trust in what we're producing, we have to remove the problems that we think that we have every day. This means to make all the PDCA that has been most of the thing that they have presented today. We have to put all the PDCA at the same time, otherwise it will lead to frustration. And then, of course, this ends in standards, that this is what ensures the standardization. So just one question, how many different layers we have? You have to answer in 20 seconds. How many meeting layers do you have now? We have the daily meeting, what else? What else?
Well, we have 3 daily meetings in different departments, in extrusion, printing, and shrink.
One weekly to follow up standards within every department is same.
And,
let's summarizing, because I have 10 seconds.
Guys,
we have just one meeting.
Sorry.
We have just one meeting. Okay, thank you very much, Agustin and Jan.
Sorry to cut you off.
Roberto, happy to see you.
Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Happy to see you
Bye.
too. Thank you very much, guys, Agustin and Jan. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.